Chad, first of all, it's nice to have you out here today. I want to start off by asking you just to kind of give us a little bit of details in terms of what it is that you do for Up Next Fighting.
Yeah, so I'm the creative director. I work with all the really creative aspects and the fighter relations for the show. I want to make sure that not just the visual image, but the way the athletes are taken care of and the feeling of how they are represented is proper. You know, I've been in the sport for a long time, and I think that's the biggest thing that a lot of shows don't hit on the mark, is where they don't let the athletes feel special. And so my role really is that, depending on whether it's a poster or just the way they're engaged with the athletes and the way the show's directed for the athletes, that's really my role.
How has it been for you to see Up Next Fighting sort of grow and, kind of be where it is right now? And then maybe talk to us about some of the directions or some of the goals you might want to see for UNF in 2023.
Well, I think it's amazing. I mean, if you just look at the events, right? We definitely stand out in a very tight game, and I think it's because of the vision that everybody on this organization has, and it's about being a fighter first organization. It's about the athletes, it's about the show. It's very driven with a purpose, and that's what makes me excited to be about it, is because it really is from the ground up for the athletes, and in turn it creates an absolutely incredible environment and show.
Exactly, and we've gotten to see that a whole lot. Now, I do want to ask you, because not only do you take on this role creatively for UNF, but also you help train and prepare a lot of the fighters that are on the card. So kind of walk us through some of the guys that you have here on the upcoming card on January 28th, and sort of what we can expect.
Well, I mean, my guys are always training hard, and it's great that we now have a platform that we have events happening all the time, and in what I would consider one of the best promotions in California. And so every time my athletes step into a cage or a ring, you know they're going to be well prepared. They're going to be ready for battle, and coming up on this next show is going to be no different. I think we have 6 athletes between amateurs and pros. We've got an amateur title on the line that we're fighting for, so it's going to be exciting. For me, it's all about watching what they're doing in the moment. How can we take the information and apply it back to our room and collectively grow? And it's exciting because it's the earliest stages in these guys' careers, and we're getting to watch them really see if they're going to take things to the next level.
That's really cool, too, especially because you mentioned kind of getting to see them grow and take things to that next level. You just never know who is going to become what and what they do, and, getting their start here on UNF. But I do also want to ask you, for you as a person who sees not only what they do in the actual cage, but the training and all the preparation that they had to do beforehand, how do you feel seeing your guys go out there and, whether win or lose, just go out there and, do this sport that it's not easy. Not every single person can do this.
Well, I mean, look, I'm extremely competitive. I've been that way my whole life. I fought for many years, and I think now as a coach, I'm probably more competitive now than I was ever as an athlete. And so when I see my guys train, I watch them compete. In many ways, I'm still competing through them. So the expectations are very high. You can ask anybody that comes through our doors that there's a certain expectation that right when you walk in, that if you are not able to meet the standards, then it's not going to be the room for you. And that's okay, because this is definitely a cutthroat game. And, if you want to make it in a sport where the likelihood is very, very low for you to actually make a living, you're going to have to do things that other people are not willing to do. And that's what we're looking to do. I'm looking to push these guys beyond what they want to do to make something special happen, that they can look back later in life and say, I did that.